It was just after midnight at the old Surrey Hill train station in southern England. The station had long been decommissioned, with only a few freight trains using the tracks nearby. Yet every night, the station lights flickered on, automatically triggered by something or someone. On November 9th, 2006, a maintenance worker named Alan Mears was sent to inspect the faulty lighting system. He arrived around 12:40 am, parked near the entrance, and walked the length of the empty platform with a torch in hand. That's when he saw him, a tall man in a dark coat, standing motionless at the edge of the platform, staring down the track. Alan called out, "Sir, this area's closed. Are you all right?" The man didn't move, didn't flinch. As Alan stepped closer, a wave of intense cold passed through him. He described it later as like standing inside a freezer, but the air didn't move. He blinked, and the man was gone, thinking it might have been a trick of the fog, common in that area. Alan completed his inspection and left. But what he didn't know was that he had triggered something. Over the next 6 nights, 5 different workers assigned to the Surrey maintenance route called in sick. One, Simon Weller, claimed he had seen someone standing inside the ticket booth, someone whose eyes reflected no light. Another reported footsteps pacing behind them on the gravel, but when they turned around, no one was there. British Rail quietly flagged the site as high stress risk and avoided sending staff there at night. But then came the footage. A freelance photographer named Ria Blake, fascinated by abandoned infrastructure, visited the station on January 4th, 2007. She had brought an old Sony Handycam, hoping to shoot a silent short film in the fog. Her video was uploaded to a niche forum, barely noticed, until viewers pointed out something disturbing. At 1 minute and 46 seconds, just as Ria pans across the far end of the platform, a figure appears in the mist, not walking, not standing, levitating, roughly 6 feet off the ground, head down, arms limp. As the camera shakes slightly, the figure vanishes. Ria didn't notice it at the time, but she did notice something else. When she returned home, her car keys were missing. She found them the next morning on the station floor in her final frame. Terrified, she never returned. Local legend links the haunting to a man named Walter Green, a railway operator in the 1940s, who was struck by an unscheduled cargo train during a fog delay. His body was never recovered, swept supposedly beneath the iron bridge behind the station. Workers said he used to warn engineers by walking the tracks himself when fog was heavy. They say he still does. To this day, those who dare to visit Surrey Hill Station report strange things. A man in the mist, footsteps with no source, phones that won't record when pointed at the bridge, and sometimes the overwhelming urge to step onto the tracks just before the sound of an approaching train that never